You've noticed something emerging in the session, an energy shift, an unexpected theme surfacing, something stirring in your own body. Now what? Do you ignore it and continue as planned? Do you name it directly? Do you follow where it leads? This is the practical challenge of working with emergence. Tracking what's arising is step one, but knowing what to do with it, that's where skill comes in. Here's the reality every coach faces. You're in a session and something catches your attention. Maybe the client's energy just shifted. Maybe a theme keeps surfacing that neither of you expected. Maybe something in you is responding, tension, curiosity, a pull towards something. And in that moment, you have a choice. Do you ignore it and continue as planned? Do you name it directly? Do you follow where it leads? The choice point is critical because how you respond to emergence can unlock deeper insight for your client, or it can become a distraction from their true work. So let's talk about how to use what emerges wisely. The ICF frames this beautifully on the screen. Demonstrates awareness of what is emerging within themselves and the client. Notice the two parts. Awareness is step one. Noticing the shift, the pattern, the feeling that arises. That's what we covered in the last video. But using what emerges is step two. It's knowing when and how to bring that awareness into the coaching conversation. Because awareness without application doesn't serve your client. And application without discernment can actually derail them. Let me give you a simple framework. First, name what you notice, simply, without interpretation. You're stating what you're observing, not what you think it means. I'm noticing this topic keeps coming back, not you're avoiding your real issue. Second, offer it with lightness. Present your observation with curiosity, not certainty. Hold it loosely so the client feels free to accept it, reject it, or reshape it. You're not diagnosing, you're offering. Third, let them decide. The client determines what's useful. Your role is to offer, not convince. They own what happens next. They own where the conversation goes. You offer, they choose. So what does this actually sound like in practice? I'm noticing this topic keeps circling back even though we started somewhere else. What is that about for you? Simple, curious, unattached to any particular answer, or from your internal experience. I'm feeling some tension as you talk about this. I'm wondering if there's tension in this for you too. You see what's happening there? You're not diagnosing them. You're not telling them what they feel. You're sharing what you notice and inviting exploration. The language is simple, curious, unattached. You're inviting, not directing. The client maintains full agency to use or dismiss your observation. Here's a distinction I want you to carry with you. Scripted coaching executes an agenda regardless of what emerges. It follows a predetermined plan. It misses opportunities because you're focused on what you prepared. It's rigid in a way that ignores the client's present reality. Life coaching is something entirely different. You're present, responsive, available to shift direction, following the energy and themes as they arise, recognizing that emergence often holds the key to breakthrough. Here's what I want you to remember. Plans are useful until something more important shows up. Emergence is often where the real work lives. Don't dismiss it in favor of your original agenda. Now let me name some traps you might fall into. Naming everything. You start verbalizing every single thing you notice, and suddenly you're the focus instead of the client. The conversation becomes about your observations instead of their exploration, losing the thread. You get so attached to following emergence that you chase every tangent, and lose sight of what the client actually came to work on. Too much certainty. You offer observations with conviction rather than curiosity. When you're attached to being right, the client can't disagree. They can't correct you. Missing discernment. Not everything emerging needs to be named. Sometimes your stomach growling is just hunger. The skill is distinguishing signal from noise. What matters versus what's merely interesting. So here's what I want you to take away. You offer what you notice with lightness and curiosity. The client decides what to do with it. They own the choice. And discernment is key. You're separating meaningful signal from background noise. Not everything you notice needs to be shared. But when something significant emerges for you or for them, it often holds the key to deeper learning. Don't dismiss it. Work with it. Now, what happens when your own emotions get activated while you're trying to stay present? That's the challenge we'll explore next. Managing your internal experience without losing connection to your client.